The following past paper question reads that the first ionization energies of 20 successive elements in the periodic table are represented in the graph. The letters given are not the normal symbols for these elements. So the ionization energies are plotted, and as you can see, when you move across the period, the ionization energies are increasing. The first ionization energies are increasing. So this over here is your other period. Remember this, that this would be group 1. This would be group 2. Then you're going to have a dip at group 3 and so on. So I've written down all the groups. So group 5, then there's a dip at group 6, then you have group 7 and group 0. Across the period, when you move across the period, the number of protons increase, so it becomes more difficult to actually remove electrons. The ionization energy constantly increases except for the dips at group 6 and group 3. And this pattern is repeated in the next period. As you move across that period, again there are going to be dips at group 3 and at group 6. So I've written down the groups of all the elements. Remember these two, the first period only has 2 elements, hydrogen and helium, which is a noble gas. Now based on this graph, we need to answer the following question, which is which statement about this graph are correct? The first statement is that element B, J and R are in group 18 or group 0 of the periodic table. Remember, group 18 is the new name for group 0. So, or noble gases. So elements B, which is helium, element J, which is again group 18 or group 0, and element R over here, which is also a noble gas. So the first statement is correct. They're all noble gases. They're all in group 18. The next statement is that atoms of D and L contain 2 electrons in the outer shell. So D over here is in group 2. L over here is also in group 2. Group 2 elements have 2 outermost electrons, so this statement is also going to be marked correct. The next statement is that atoms of elements G and O contain a half-filled p subshell. So we're talking about atoms G, which is in group 5. This atom over here is nitrogen. Remember, they had given you they had plotted the first 20 elements. So this is proton number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So this is nitrogen over here. And this element O over here, that is also in group 5. That would be proton number 15, which is going to be phosphorus. So element O is going to be phosphorus. I'm going to write down the electronic configuration of both elements. So here I've written down the electronic configuration of both elements, and as you can see, you can notice that the p subshell, the outermost subshell, is half filled. Over here the p subshell is also half filled. One shortcut that you must know is that instead of writing the complete electronic configuration, you must know that elements that are in group 5, any element in group 5, the outermost electronic configuration is going to contain an s orbital, which would have 2 electrons, and a p subshell, which is going to have 3 electrons. So both elements have the same outer electronic configuration. The shell numbers are different. So this statement, atoms of elements G and O contain half-filled p subshell, is also going to be correct, which is true. So all options are going to be correct, and according to the marking key, the correct answer is going to be option A.